Hello, hello. My name's Lindsay Brown. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about haters' comment, right? And how they thought they were smart and they were not. Like most of the haters out there. Guys, I wouldn't normally even acknowledge a hater online. But we'll get into this one and I'll explain to you why and why I want to talk about it more. Um, I don't really think that we should be giving our energy, time, or effort to these haters online, right? I think we've more important things to be doing. And I know I just said that, whatever I've just given them today, but like I said, I'll explain why. I'm open for open discussion, and I know a lot of people are open for open discussion, but replying back and forward in text messages or comments, it's not going to, I don't believe it really achieves anything. And a lot of these people that leave these comments want to hide behind, they wouldn't be open for open dialogue. So I don't think it's an idea to give them their time or energy. But I'll explain why I done this one today. So one of the people under my TikTok had wrote, she's nothing better to do. No, I don't have anything better to do than doing everything in my power to save our country, right? So I replied, more or less, saying that because I could use it, to my advantage, right? And it wasn't something that was getting me down. It was like, yeah, you're right, you're right. Where if you read a lot of negative comments all the time, it's not good for the mindset, right? So that's why I just scroll on by them and ignore them. I did do a live TikTok one time, and all the haters, they've got into this way now of whenever I go live on TikTok, they tell all their mates or all their bots or whatever it is, and they all try and get me shut down. So I can't even go live at the minute because I'm shut down and like that. But why did I say that? Oh, yes, it's all the haters, come on. But none of them. So anyway, that's what it was. Sorry. So I said to them on the live with all these haters, I said, well, why don't you come on my podcast? Come on the podcast and have an open discussion. If you're so big and brave, let's just chat about it. Let's have an open discussion. And in fairness, one guy did. And he messaged me and he says, I'll come on. And I got back to him and says, brilliant, all the rest of it. I was waiting on the podcast studio. And eventually he came back to me and says, actually, I'm not going to because I don't want it to affect my brand. And I wrote back saying, do you know what? I get it. Right? I get it. I'm not going to mention this guy's name. I want this guy to succeed. He has different opinions than me. That does not mean I don't want him to succeed in his wee business. He seemed like a young guy. He was starting off his own business. No way would I want to be doing anything that's going to affect that in that young lad, whether he's completely different opinions than me or not. I think fair play to you, right? But nobody else will come on, and maybe that's the reason, or maybe it's just that they're haters sitting on their sofa, or maybe they're bots, who knows. But anyway, the reason I answered that one today is because I don't think there is anything else more important to be talking about today. And in fact, I actually think this is going to be good for us. Now, things have to be done in the right way, okay? I have to emphasize that. Things have to be done in the right way. But I truly believe, because of my own journey, I truly believe that a lot of us suffer from a lot of mental health or maybe addiction or whatever because we don't have a purpose in life, right? Now, we all know that's been planned, that's planned by our government. They don't want you to believe in yourself. They don't want you to have a really great purpose in life. They want to control you, right? They want to send you out to work or tell you have a million billion mental health issues to put you down, or send you out to work so that you're too tired or whatever to do anything when you get home. So I actually think this is something that's really going to help us all. Getting a purpose. See, when you have a purpose and something really means something to you, you can spend more time on that than thinking about mental health issues or addictions or whatever. You can spend more time on your purpose, and guess what? That fulfills you. For me and my story, I wasn't fulfilled in life and I was chasing a high somewhere. Now I get a high through purpose. So I wanted to make that video to go, yeah, I don't think there's anything more important or anything else that I would want to be spending my time on, but bettering myself, taking care of my family, and saving our country. Literally saving our country. So I also wanted to give a shout out of, there's so many people out there and maybe aren't speaking up at the minute. And we get it. We get it. So, you know, if you're not in a position to speak up, because, you know, I think we all know what happened to me. I lost a lot. I lost everything. I'm worse off than what I was as an addict. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I needed to go through that. It's all good. It's only make me stronger. But I understand that others maybe don't want to speak up. But sharing my content, sharing the other guys' contents, liking, commenting, doing whatever you can for yourself to make yourself physically and mentally stronger. All these ways are really, really great ways to support the cause and to have your purpose. So, you know, watching somebody's video to see what's going on in Northern Ireland rather than watching some stupid show on Netflix, that is you giving more. And the more you do that, the more excited you'll become about saving our country and saving our purpose. And I truly don't believe that there is a greater purpose that any of us are ever going to see in our lifetimes that we need to get, you know, there's not going to be any greater purpose. This is it. This is it. We are saving our future generations here. That's what we're doing, and we're going to do it. I believe in us all. You know, there's another girl I spoke to, and, you know, she's going over to London, and she's marshalling over there, and I'm so excited and a tad jealous. She's over there marshalling, you know, so that's her way. She's doing other bits and pieces too. I'm just trying to explain that there is other ways to be helping. And if we really all come together, trying to encourage each other to be our best versions, have that purpose, that drive in your belly, which I know a lot of you guys feel, that heart, that fire, that soul, to save our wee country and our future generations. There, you know, you can be doing those wee bits and pieces if you're not ready to speak up yet. Obviously, going to demos and doing what you can for your community. But I am also a great believer that we need to become stronger mentally and physically ourselves, and we need to become better communities ourselves. You know, we do need to take accountability also. There's no doubt about that. We can't just blame everything of this is our life shite because X, Y, and Z. We do need to take accountability. And that's how I see our movement going forward, is strengthening our communities so that we are in a better position to live a good life, right? And unfortunately, at the minute, a lot of people aren't feeling that they have the opportunity to do that because of what's happening to our country. And I am very much, put yourself first, put your community first, and our government should be putting our country first, right? That's what they should be doing. But I believe if we all continue this purpose together, that we can save our wee country, we can save our communities and help them grow stronger, and then eventually we can help save the rest of the world. But we can't do that until we are strong ourselves. So have I anything else better to do with my time than to do whatever I can to save our wee country? No, I don't. And that's something that I am extremely proud of, and I know a lot of you guys are also. So yeah, let the haters hate, guys. We will win. We will win. Truth always comes out in the end. And watch this space. We will save our country. I know it. I believe in every single one of us. If anybody does need any help with anything, as you know, I'm here. Please reach out. And I don't know what I can help with, but I will do my best for anybody that reaches out to try and help them in any way, shape, or form. And so, yeah, guys, I believe in you. We can do this. Let's really get that fire in our bellies, and let's save our country.